captures that, that would be awesome. So,
There you go.
yes, Pagia. Good? All right.
Yes, we just wait just a little, so you're not, stay right there.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good. You look like you're waiting on somebody. Yeah, they'll come. You're fine.
Oh, I'm shaking.
It's good to see you. Glad you're here. I'm glad you're okay. And your hair looks good too.
Thank you. I think I had to cut it, but thank you. Oh my gosh.
Glad you're here. We got you.
That felt so good hearing that from you. I did. I can't thank you guys enough for my life. There's no words to describe. There's no word big enough. There's nothing. Nothing. How much I owe you guys for my life. I thought my life was over. I seriously thought it was. You just think of all the moments that you just had, your happy moments, and you just think it's all gonna be over from there. But you guys pulled through. So happy, so glad. I seriously didn't think I'd make it out without you guys.
I'm glad you were there too.
Me too. I'm so glad. So glad. And my whole family, all my friends, everybody is thankful for you guys for saving me. I'm so thankful for you guys. There's no way I'm ever gonna be repaying it, of course, but
This is repayment enough.
Yeah, this is it. Plenty.
I just don't know what else to say. The whole experience was just insane, and for you guys to save me, just truly amazing. You guys are just awesome. It's amazing. There's no words.
No, it's okay. There's no words. It's okay. You're alive. That's the important thing.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Oh, no. I seriously didn't think I'd be here to say thank you to you guys at all. At all.
We're both glad you are. And we're glad we were there that day and happened to be in the right place, right time, because, there's no explanation for how all these,
How all that happened, yeah.
Everything played out, so.
Yeah, because there's a lot of what ifs. I tell everybody what if, if you guys weren't there. What if you guys didn't have all that stuff on you, just a lot.
Can we have you turn around and face the camera and wait for it to mic?
Yeah,
Absolutely. You can be right between us if you like. Well, this is pretty cool.
It is.
What did you think when you saw him, Amy?
I guess just relief seeing their faces again, and just my heart felt full seeing their faces again. There's really no words to describe it. How do you say thank you like that, you know? What do you say, like, besides thank you? There's absolutely no words for it. What they did was heroic, courageous, just brave. It's just insane. Insane. So seeing them again and on my 2 feet and actually being able to say thank you and actually hug them feels great. Feels awesome.
I had the pleasure of speaking with her and her husband yesterday, as well as her mother. You know, and they continue to say thank you, and I'm like, you know, what can we do for you? Is you know anything of that nature? And I'm like, this is enough. Just to see her here, standing here, knowing that she's got her family and her friends and her mother and her kids and her husband to look forward to in her future. That's all the reward I need, and it's wonderful to see her face to face, you know, now, you know, and I can honestly say, you know, for me and my wife, and I'm sure Asa, we're here for her, anything she ever needs, and her family, and that's what we do. Asa?
You know, it's been really unbelievable, this whole experience, and as first responders, we don't always see, you know, the other side of things. You know, police, firemen, we're there first, right, but we get them to the hospital, and then we go on to our next call. So it's really cool to see this part of it and to have a positive outcome. We don't always have positive outcomes, and this is obviously an amazing one. And for her to be here, for her to have her family, it's unbelievable. So really glad we're there, and can't explain it. Yeah.
Amy, just to reiterate, when you were sitting there in your truck after getting hit, you didn't know if anybody was going to come to your rescue at that point.
No, I really didn't. I didn't know there was an officer and a firefighter nearby, and usually they take a while to respond to a scene like that. So I honestly did not know they were so close by.
When he broke through the window, when you heard that, the crackling of the window after he broke through, Officer Larson, what went through your head? That was the moment that you rescued.
Once that glass broke and just kind of like shot into my face, I didn't even care at that point. Like, there was glass in my face and my eyes. Like, I just knew I had to get out. So I just stuck my foot out and tried to get out. But then that's when the truck went back onto its fours and I got back in. But then I started to reach out my arms and I felt Asa, and he was able to pull me out.
Describe that feeling of knowing you're going to be okay. Going from being in that car to immediate knowing 180 degrees, you're going to be all right. Describe that feeling.
Yeah, you think that you're okay driving on the 60 when it's a literal death trap. But yeah, at that moment when I had stopped and seen the truck in my rearview mirror, I knew like I wasn't going to be okay. I knew at that moment I wasn't going to be okay.
And then, your truck fills up with fire and smoke. Talk about, going from not being okay to the moment that you're like, they drag you out, and knowing that you went from a life-threatening situation to these guys ripped you out of the car and you're going to be okay. Talk about that just instant moment where you're like, I think I'm going to die, to, okay, I'm okay.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it at all because I seriously didn't think I was going to make it out of there with how bad it was. I seriously thought I was going to die in there and just like die a very messed up, tragic, just horrific death. But once I was starting to wake up and just looked at everything and knew I wasn't in that truck, just looking at it and knowing I made it out of there and him telling me that I was fine and that he got me, yeah, that okay feeling started to set in a little bit. But my gosh, like, it was hard. It was hard getting to that point because I didn't think I was going to be okay. Because I couldn't even get in the ambulance after because I was freaking out and I didn't want to get in another vehicle. And I didn't think I was okay then.
But once I got to the hospital and before I went to the hospital, before I said goodbye to Brian, I told him thank you and everything before they shut the ambulance doors. It was just that moment right there. Yeah.
Amy, I know Officer Larson let you use his work phone to call your husband because your phone was destroyed. What was the first thing you said to your husband when you called?
I told him that it was me and that I told him I was really sorry just because of how horrific it was and that how he had to hear me go through that and hear the whole phone conversation of it. So I told him I was so sorry for him having to go through that and that I just wanted to see him really bad. And he was just assuring me, comforting me, letting me know that he was going to meet me at the hospital as soon as possible and that he'd meet me there.
And Officer Larson told us on Tuesday that he doesn't normally take the US 60.
Right.
But he decided to that morning.
Mhm.
What do you make of that?
Just crazy, especially when he said that he was just like taking a different route. Like, what if he didn't, you know? Like, what if he did just go his normal route? So I really do feel like they were placed there at the right time for me. They were truly my angels in that God put them there for me to protect me because they knew he knew something horrific was going to happen.
You're not just one of them, but two of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Working as a
Two.
team.
Right, yeah. And I had no idea a firefighter and a police officer were so nearby. It's insane.
And Officer Larson, the first thing you said to her when you saw her in person was, "We got you." That's the same thing that you said when you were holding her on US 60. How good does that feel to be able to say that again to her here?
Just, in my heart, when I say we got her, Asa and I, we teamed up, we did what we had to do, got her out, and just by telling her again today, just reaffirmed and confirmed. As Amy was saying, this is definitely a God thing, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Asa, this is your normal route though, but you were there with all your gear. You jumped into action like a firefighter does, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we don't only carry our gear with us, and unless we're a rover or working overtime, and so what are the odds I had a overtime the day before, and not a 24-hour overtime, but a 10-hour overtime where I go home at night, and I just happened to have it, and when I saw that they were trying to get someone out, I can't drive by and not do something, so glad I had it, and glad we were able to help her, and just seconds later, who knows what would have happened, and
Because I truly feel like seconds later, like that would have been the end of me for sure. If it would have been any longer, because if my hair and eyelashes and everything already started getting burned off, then any longer, I myself would have been burned.
And as I watched the video, more, the bystanders there were unbelievable, and those fire extinguishers, they might have bought those seconds for her, and as soon as that window was open, that smoke was billowing out of there, so I'm grateful for them too, for sure, so.
What have the past 2 days been like for you? Just,
Getting here was hard. Doing all my interviews have been hard, and just it's hard. I don't ever want to get on the 60 again. I don't ever want to get in a car again. It was already hard enough getting here today to talk about all this and just being on the roads, just seeing all the semi drivers everywhere. I'm just terrified. Can't even look at them anymore.
Anything else you want to say, Amy?
Besides, thank you to Asa and Brian. Thank you to the citizens that stood by and helped me. I don't know who those gentlemen were, but we did meet one of them actually in the hospital when I was there. 2 doors down, there was one of the gentlemen in there, and he was one of them trying to help break the window, elbowing it. So we were able to say thank you to him personally at the hospital. But to the others I have not seen or know of, I want to say thank you to them as well. they were a part of this as well.
You guys, we have time for maybe one more question, and then we'll wrap this up.
Were you able to fix your helmet? The visor?
Yeah, that was very irritating at the time, and I finally just said.
I
"Heck
didn't
with
even
it."
notice in the video that it kept falling down until I looked like over and over, and I was like, oh wow, his visor did kept falling down. I can't imagine how irritating
I
that
finally
was.
just said heck with it, you know.
Mhm.
It is what it is, and you know, I was like, I got to stop messing with this. I need to get her out.
Mhm.
So yeah, I still have it.
All right, thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys so much.
Thank you.
I asked you both this last time. Are you guys gonna keep in touch?
Oh, absolutely.
I'd
Yeah.
love to. Yeah, I'd love to. Especially for the resources I'll be needing and everything, and yeah.
So I just want to say thank you to all the support, all the social media and everything that's been going on out there, and all the kind words and encouragement from everybody that's been posting. So thank you.
Yeah, same thing. I appreciate everyone. I think it's a great thing that happened, and you know, like I said, the bystanders, us, it shows there's good people out there in the world, and we're just humans helping humans. So
Absolutely.
Great job, you guys.
thanks.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Can I get a photo of you guys?
Yeah, sure.
You know? Just gonna take a picture. Social media. 1, 2, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you guys again. Thank you.
So glad you're here.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.
Oh. We will definitely be keeping in touch.
Absolutely.